In June, I think first week of June 2023, I received a tip from a foreign-based source. I received a tip from a foreign-based source that John Ward has died. Actually, I got that tip 30 minutes after John Ward died. I got a tip that John Ward had died in the last 30 minutes. But the person who tipped me told me to keep the information to myself, to keep the information for myself, since the family has not announced his death. Since the family had not announced his death. So he said I should keep it to myself until after the family has announced his death. I have contacts. I have contacts in media houses. There is just one media house, anyway, I'll not mention it. Since day one, I don't know why. Maybe they have blacklisted me. Maybe they have blacklisted me because even when I have information that is of national importance, when any other news media, they go straight and take action of it. But there is one media house anyway, let me stop there. So on this occasion, my foreign-based source, when he told me that John Ward had died 30 minutes ago, he told me not to tell anybody but to keep it to myself. I then contacted all media houses, including that media house that ignores anything from me, anything and everything from me. I contacted the media houses because each media house I have a crime reporter I know, and talked to all of them. I gave them the particulars that Mzee John Ward had died. When I told them that, I said that we are waiting for the family to announce publicly. I was asked how long did he die. I told them by then it was around between 30 and 1 hour, depending on which media station a reporter would ask me. But then let us take the upper figure. I said he died 1 hour ago. If you contact all media houses, they'll tell you, their crime reporters will tell you that within 1 hour of John Ward's death, all media houses in Nairobi were aware. And all media houses got the report from me 1 hour after he had died. Then we spent time all the way up to between 18 and 24 hours. Between 18 and 24 hours. They started questioning me. Are you sure you are? There are so many questions. Are you sure your sources are reliable? I said, yes, I know him. I know him. Somebody, in the intelligence and even in journalism, when somebody tips you, you ask yourself a lot of questions. This is somebody who has come to Kenya specifically to see me several times. This is somebody you even ask yourself, what will he gain or lose by cheating me that John Ward had died? I said, no. But most important is that I know he's very close to the family and to the late Mzee John Ward. So I just, and when they were pushing, you see, they say that where you in a river, where you place a barrier, a dam forms there, a man-made dam forms there. So here are all media houses asking me whether I'm confused, whether I'm imagining, whether whatever. And I was very sure of my source. But then imagine all media houses, every hour you get a phone call. Are you sure? Are you whatever? So you could not also every hour contact your foreign based person to try and find out if it is true or anything. So it is me who was a dam there, and water was piling up. And you know, when water piles up in a dam, it pushes you. We stayed there. I think it was now 2 days. Is it 1.5 days or 2 days? But I think it was less than 2 days. When a lot, imagine staying for 3 hours and all media houses are calling you. Each media house, the reporter is calling you. Are you confused? And you know, on your part, you're also careful because you have built a reputation, and you can spoil the reputation within seconds. You can spoil your reputation within seconds. So you are there, you know, Mr. So and so, that one can never cheat me. But then imagine getting 10 calls per quarter of an hour, which means in 1 hour, those are 40 calls. It reached a time when I decided to contact him. Contacted him and said, and I just asked a question. Any further information from the John Ward family, or can I say Julie Ward family? That is when he sent me a link. Sent me a link which announced that the father to Julie Ward has just died a few days. I think the mother to Julie Ward had died 3 weeks before or a fortnight before. And then he died also a fortnight after his wife had died. So this link was saying that they have announced. And then I just forwarded the link to all those people. I just forwarded the link to all those people. And the following day, in fact, within 2 hours, the story was now in all radio stations. These people, the way they handled me, I understand, because for a newspaper, oh, I was about to mention, but all leading newspapers and all leading TV station and all leading radio station, imagine saying that John Ward had died and he had not died. You see, it would really be bad on the said media house or media houses. So I understand why they were that way and they were pushing me and whatever. And what they did after I said so, they went to Google. They went to Google. Is it the other one? Is it called Wikipedia or something? They went through all those social media trying to find out if anything has happened to Mzee John Ward. And in all those things, they kina Wikipedia, kina Google, and whatever, you name them, all of them were indicating that he was still alive, and that is when they were pushing me. The least I would have expected, was now that the truth has been found, because today's journalism is not like journalism of during our time. Our time, after being told that is when you start looking for the old newspapers and whatever. But nowadays, you just click your computer, it brings you all the information you want about anybody, and then yours is only to summarize that so that it can be aired on radio, TV, or newspaper. So when the link came, the link was very clear, because the link said it talked about the time the old man died. Not even no, that one is not even important, but the link also talked about the time that the sons of John Ward, or the brothers to Julie Ward, had talked about it. Now, if you are a reputable media house like those ones I'd conducted, even if the link talked just about the time, it usually starts at today 10 a.m. so and so. If it talks of today 8 a.m. British time, GMT, and you see that somebody in Kenya had briefed you a day or so before that media release, don't you think it is just at the bare minimum? Don't you think they should even have come back and said, hey, thank you for whatever happening? That is the bare minimum. Or they would have even asked me if I would not have minded, maybe saying that, you know, to me, they should have called me because I tipped them one. Two, imagine a newspaper which has, or a media house, which has been calling you for over 12 times. Over 12 times. Are you sure? Are you not confused? And then later, after a day after you had tipped them, even acknowledging you, calling you and telling you, hey, yeah, you told us that the right time. Or even asking if, okay, when we print, do you want your name to be included or not, whatever. But what all media houses, with no exception, never even mentioned me. Never even mentioned me. Some people would say, so what? Me, I would say, it is always good to put records right, unless the person who is the initiator of the story has requested his or her name not to be included. Some people, I would be surprised if people say, now who is Julie Ward? I've already recorded very many about him, but let me just spend a quick time describing who Julie Ward. Julie Ward came to Kenya on a holiday, and when she arrived at Masai Mara, she was brutally killed. She was brutally killed, and the person who people believed that most likely was connected to it was JT, Jonathan Toroitich, a son to the eldest son to the then president. We all know, people of my age, we all know Jonathan Toroitich. He was a very humble person, whatever. But the only explanation I can do that, actually, of all the political assassinations I've handled in Kenya, I've always had a reasonable explanation. But when it comes to Julie Ward and others, a few others, I think they cannot even reach 5. Even right now, I don't think I know. I can authoritatively say why Julie Ward had died. The only thing I can say, which I'm insisting that to me it's a theory that I'm saying it's most likely happened, because JT, yeah, he was in the area. JT was in the area, and we all know that JT was a very harmless person. But what should make JT want to kill somebody if he was the one who killed? The only explanation I can say, the only explanation I can guess, is that she had by then the most modern cameras and whatever, but somehow JT must have been, Jonathan Toroitich must have been undergoing maybe things like poaching and whatever, and she saw that. And you see, that is the time when technology was changing. Technology was now changing to an extent that you take a photograph, and before they confiscate it, it has already traveled halfway. So she was killed, and I believe that her cameras were so powerful that even if you deleted the film, the images already would be abroad. That is the only reasonable explanation I can give. But as I said, two things. One, this is one of the cases that it was hard for me to crack. And two, we had people who were there. So I'd only beg anybody who was there, kindly open up. We need to close that chapter. Amen.